Kimi K2.5 has just been released, and it is an impressive model that is open source, and it has 1 trillion parameters. And one of the most important things of this model is the fact that it can work with 100 sub-agents, so it can spin these sub-agents and it can do tasks for you. And the benchmarks are quite good. If you are going to check in here, you are going to see that if you are talking with agent, you see that it has the most higher benchmarks than the other. For coding is not that powerful. Still the GPT-5.2 and Opus has a better performance, but it is close. And the most important thing of this model is the fact that it added vision, so it can code based on your videos, based on your images, and it can create website design from scratch. In here we can see some of the things that Kimi K2.5 was doing during test, and in this video we're going to go and test it and see how it does. And previously I've created with GLM 4.7 and Droid this solar panel website, and right now I have the same prompt and I want to see how Kimi K2.5 is doing, if it can do a better job than this open source model that it did pretty good with building a website, and it created a nice design for us with nice animations. And then to run this you can go to OpenRouter, it is added in there, you can use their CLIs, but for me I will gonna use this in Droid. And in here, if we're going to check, I have a Droid set up, and they added this in their Droid core plan. So Droid right now it's not free, it was free in the past, but yeah, I have a plan with Droid and I want to check the Kimi K2.5 in their infrastructure. So I'm gonna choose the model, and in here I have the prompt for this. And basically what the prompt is doing, it tells the model to use some skills like a front-end designer, like an Astro expert, because the cutoff of this is still in 2024, Tailwind version 4 skill, so it knows how to work with Tailwind V4. And basically what I'm telling to do is to start building a website with menu, footer, hero sections, testimonials and things like that. I am asking him to create also the SVGs for me, so I can see how well it's doing also when it is building this SVG. So I'm gonna copy this prompt. I already have installed the version of Astro with all the things in there. If we're going to check in here, you're gonna see Astro, and in here I just have the basic things created with Tailwind installed, and I will gonna put the prompt in here and I will hit enter, and let's see how fast this is in a Droid and how well it's doing. Okay, it created a plan for us, and it is just checking right now the directories, and you see that right now it's loading the skills, and this is quite fast with the Droid plan, and it is quite cheap. It's like X.25 from your credits, and it's the same as GLM 4.7. Right now you see that it's starting creating the things for us. It moved to create the SEO component, layout, and yeah, I mean this is very fast. In here it moved to the menu footer for us, and right now he will continue building out the website for us. At the end we are going to see how much tokens this used, and if it does a good job in building these Astro websites. I'm testing this to see if it's able to run tool calls and if it's able to do like a good front-end job. It's not having any backend in this, but for like a simple test, this should be enough to see if it does at least a good job in calling tools, in working with Astro, in building a nice design, in creating some nice SVG art for us. I'm gonna test this in the future also with other things like writing and things like that. So right now it is building the components for us, and I will let him work and I will come back at the end after everything is finished. So right now he is just starting building the website to see if it has any errors. This is a good thing because it is testing the website to see if it's functional, and he will go and test it, and in case it has errors it will see them and it will be able to put everything up and running. And he added all the SVGs in the code directly, and right now you see that he's finished. And right now he took about 5 minutes to finish with everything, and we should have a functional website. I'm not sure how the website it is yet, but we're gonna see. And here you are going to see the files that it changed. So it created the readme with the details, with the structure for this astroconfig. It modified it slightly in there. It shouldn't have done that. And yeah, it created all the components and everything. And right now we're going to start this and see how it's working. But first, let's go and see the cost for this. So it created this with about 143k of tokens. It used cache tokens and so on. And right now let's go and start this. npm run dev like this. Right. Dev. Okay, so right now it started in here. And let's go and see what he created for us. Okay, so this is the design that Kimi K2.5 created. So the hero looks nice. It has a nice SVG with animation. The logo is quite nice. It created the services in here. It added some testimonials. So you see that it is doing a pretty good job in creating designs. Okay. Installation, projects, ready to start. Footer, it's nice. So yeah, it did a good job and clean job. About. Okay. Nice page also in here. Services. Again, it's nice and it has nice animation, and this is working by default. In here you have the step process, which is pretty good. Questions, again, it did a pretty good job in here, and it added a call to action in here. Projects, it added a project. Okay. Contact form, again the contact form, it's nice. The call to action in here is not that good. The footer, it's okay. It added the icons in social media, put it the correct here. So yeah, this is what it did, and it's very fast on Droid from the look of it. And right now, if we're going to check with the GLM1, I think the Kimi K2.5 did a better job in building this UI, and everything went without any error on this, and it was able to create everything without a problem, and with the help of the skills it implemented all the things that I've told him. So yeah, it looks like a strong model, especially if you are using a provider that it is fast, and if you are taking into consideration the fact that this is like 4 times cheaper than Sonnet and 8 times cheaper than Opus, then yeah, it is more impressive than you think of. And yeah, this is the Kimi K2.5. You can go and use it with OpenRouter if you want. OpenRouter, in here you can see the details. You can also get a Factory AI Droid subscription if you want to use it with their server, which is very fast. As you have seen, like in a couple of minutes it created a website for us, but you can use it in the OpenRouter if you want. But in here, not all the providers are offering a very good speed. You see that the moonshot, it's only at 32 tokens per second. The fastest one is the Fireworks. And yeah, you can start using this with also OpenRouter and these providers if you want to have it. And in here you see the price, that it's like 60 cents for input and For output it's only $3, so it's way cheaper than the powerful models. So you have an open source model that it's SOTA and it's able to follow your instruction and do tool calls and work with agent. It can spin up 100 agent easily. So yeah, you should take a look at Kimi K2.5 and see how it does for your project and if it does a better job than the other models out there. So in case you like this video, please subscribe and drop a comment in case you have something to add.